Hello, hi, how are you? How's things? I should probably move that out of the way. Now, I don't remember what voices I gave anyone. Eager to resume our investigations? I know I am. Recall that scrap of alien alien spacecraft we recovered? Well, Inspector Hildebrand has employed his unsettling calculative capacity to extrapolate the damage to the greater whole. He has concluded that the vessel would be incapable of flight without extensive repairs. Hi, Farah. I'm okay, thanks. Our most likely scenario then, is that some unknown agent made off with the starship wreckage, along with Poo-Poo's acquaintance. Unfortunately, I have a fair idea of who that unknown agent might be. After all, there is a singularly shadowy cabal with a history of concealing extraterrestrial activity. Let's head over to Karma first. The Inspector and others are staying in a dwelling there, and I'd rather not explain myself twice. Yeah, it's a blast. What is that? Let's pop the gear back on. That's alright. This little moon. Really curious as to what the astrologian one looks like. So, new patch hit today, and it's going to be new Manderville weapons. As you can see, a lot of people are doing this. This is a horrible misfortune. Calamitous even. Poor Master Poo-Poo has fallen gravely ill. Oh, bluish green. More so, I mean. Could he have caught a cold? I suppose it was pretty chilly up there in Galmold. Poo-Poo is an alien. Who knows what extraterrestrial diseases might be ravaging his body? Natural delights are the best medicine for what ails you, as the Inspector himself can attest. Good gods, Nashu! You'll blow this host's domicile into pieces. Put them away. Aww. Ahem, if I may. When I was cloned from the Inspector, certain gaps in my knowledge were patched, with supplementary data from the starship's archives. This information included an encyclopedic understanding of Master Poo-Poo's physiology, which should be sufficient for me to diagnose his condition. Xeno-Man hybrid mind. That explains impossible calculations. Yeah, Norris. Hope you can heat up, buddy. I have it. Master Poo-Poo is afflicted by a terrible case of the common cold. God grant me strength. As a visitor to Aetheris, Master Poo-Poo has no prior exposure to our maladies. He is thus particularly susceptible to infection, and more likely to experience severe symptoms. Aha! 'Tis just as I surmised. We must put aside the case until we have nursed our stricken companion back to health. But even if it's a common cold, isn't there a risk that our medicines do him more harm than good? They most certainly would. Based on the results from my analysis, however, I believe I can synthesize an effective remedy. We but need gather the ingredients. Then ingredients you shall have. So, what are we gathering exactly? Most of what we require can be drawn from Master Poo-Poo's collected samples. Otherwise, there are two things which we lack. The first of those is the liver of a giant tortoise. A suitable organ can be extracted from one of the cachapa, which wonders Saltwind's welcome. Ah, the slaughtering of monstrous opponent. That sounds like a job for them. Consider it done. The other material in question is a rare fungus known as damp shroom. Sorry about that. Which I am hoping can be found among the Great Work's extensive stock of alchemical reagents. Very well. Nashu, Delian, and I will scour the alchemist's shelves. Meanwhile, I would ask that you remain here to keep an eye on that ailing patient. Back to Brandhild. You're such an expert on things, on all things Thavnir. Oh, I wouldn't say an expert. Simple conclusions from simple observations, nothing more. As I said, I'm hoping the alchemists have damp shroom we need. It really is quite rare. Once you have the tortoise liver, would you be so kind as to assist the others procuring the fungus? Then let us not prolong Master Poo-Poo's suffering a moment longer. We have a job to do. Further discussion of the abduction will have to wait. Now, this is probably going to be really awful to actually click on the thing. Bam, 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 bam. Yeah, I forgot I got this weird rat. Right, okay, so there should be something that's somewhere to click on. Unless it is just... Oh, that is terrible. Why did they go that route? Time to go. Jeez, I forgot how loud this music was. What is this notification? Ah. Yeah, it would have been much better if they went the route of click on dark thing and it spawns one in, as opposed to, hey, this mob's out on the world. Like, months down the line it'll be fine. But for right now, that is just rough. Ah, I had every confidence you would bring us a suitable liver. Alas, the dank shroom yet eludes us. Wasn't it a damp shroom? The alchemist said the fungus has few applications, so they don't bother to stock it all most of the time. Then I must put my keen inspector's sense to work. Stand back whilst I attune myself to the essence of the dank. Damp shrooms. Damp. The word is damp shroom, and you'll forgive me if I have no faith in your abilities. 'Tis close, my friends, and getting closer and closer even as we speak. You look like a wazak. I hear you folks are in the market for damp shrooms. I might have some to sell, if you're interested. But how? We certainly are, my fine fellow. Right then. You'll give me a moment to retrieve the goods. We can finalize our transaction up on the perfumed rise. Is it genuine clairvoyance or sheer coincidence? I'm not sure anymore. Though, in all fairness, when it comes to Inspector Hildebrand, preternatural. Oh my god, I can't read. Preternatural perception is one of his least baffling talents. In any case, we should hurry to the rise and take the man up on his timely offer. Such a weird Lalafell. There we go. Keep forgetting I need to keep my mouse down in the bottom left, not the bottom right. Ah, you're here. Good, good. And here is the damp shroom as promised. Oh, glad we are for your assistance. Not so fast, there's still the matter of payment. Of course, of course. And how much do we owe you, my good man? Considering the extreme rarity of the fungus in question, wouldn't they go for less than 1,000,000 gil? 1,000,000? For one measly mushroom? That's outright robbery. A bargain, I counter. You would pay tenfold my price in the markets. I thought to do you a kindness in light of the urgent need. I am more than willing to find another buyer if you would wish to spit upon my generosity. Nashu, how fare we for coin? We're plumb out, Inspector. Ah, then this is a prickly pickle. Where are we to obtain sufficient funds at such short notice? I appreciate that. 1,000,000 gil, what's it? I'll save you in every sense of the word. Give that man nothing! We have no now, deceitful scum. Your swindling days are over. Over, I say. Over. Resident City Guard at your service. We'd received reports of this man's questionable activities and have been keeping a close eye on him ever since. Damp shrooms are a rare find in the bazaar, to be sure. Ah! But only because there's no real demand for it. Prices Charlton quoted you is quite frankly ludicrous. But thanks to your ignorance and portrait of character, we were able to catch him in the act. As a token of our gratitude, you are welcome to keep the fungus, assuming you still want it. Yes, very much so. That is very, magnanimous of you. Ugh. I think I enjoy tricking fools out of their coin. That probably hadn't led my job redundant. I need to stoop so low. He blames a rising star among the merchant princes for his woes. And Hudi, I believe his name was, purchased a trading consortium where the man was working, which led to a restructuring of the hierarchy. A lot of people out of work. Hudi. I know that name. Something of an acquaintance. Something about acquisitions deals gone sour? Father was willing to sell him a slice of his Harnish enterprise, I think, but balked when the man offered to buy our family business in its entirety. There's no telling how deep the coffers of this Van Hudi are. Nor do any of the secret of how he amassed such a kingly wealth so damned fast. There are whispers, though, that he solved alchemy's oldest and most legendary of problems. Transmutation of base metals into gold. Unlikely, to say the least, but whatever the source of Van Hudi's riches, he shows no reluctance in spending them. He bought a historic temple to serve as his home, and commissioned a private airship among other extravagant expenditures. Nice for some, eh? Oh, a swindling case. Barely started before you solved it, Inspector. Ha ha ha. All in the day's work, my dear Nashu. I believe our business on this scented hill is concluded. Let us hurry the ingredients back to Inspector Brandyhill, shall we? Ah, it's him again. I may have this mollified. I may have mollified his lordship with the secrets of divine manifestation, but the stench of failure yet clings to me. I must redeem myself in his eyes by crushing my most hated foe. Wee hee hee hee. Wee hee hee. Ah ha ha ha. Back to Brandyhill. Offering radish ham. Now, I had noticed a slight issue. I don't think we're going to be able to actually upgrade the relic this stream. Unless we can. Always possible, I suppose. I mean to click on them. Comma. Inspector Hildebrand tells me you have the liver to go along with this damp shroom. Glistening liver of a Sultan's welcome Achapa. Achapa! A fine specimen, thank you. I will be mixing the ingredients in the starship, so let us convey Master Poo-Poo outside, that we may administer his medicine as soon as it's ready. Bam 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 ba da ba 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 da. Aww. Little baby. This should be sufficiently remote. I'll have the craft come to us and we can commence the treatment. Always a goblin. Always. That was fast. Oh, I feel so much better. I cannot thank you all enough. And twigs. Master Pooper has recovered his strength mere moments. In mere moments. It would seem his powers of recuperation are just as advanced as its technology. You're right, Crow. I came here from another world. A stranger you've no cause to trust, and yet you've treated me so kindly. People of this star are so very welcoming. Ah, you're our dear friend now, Master Poo-Poo. It is our pleasure to help. Ba, 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 ba. And it will be my pleasure to harm. Nosebleed. Just so happens to be a crystal lane there. I'll not fall for the same trick twice. Oh, Brandy Hill. Oh god, what's gonna happen? Not a goblin. Not the goblin! Yeah. Yeah, this makes sense. Bouncy, like, I don't know why I said bouncy ball. Basketball. Impudent worms! Taste my full power! Yes, not true. You can do it, Nashu. I believe. No. Power spike. Slam dunk. Yeah! The coupling's fine. There you go. Not again! Now that's how you do. Also, I never noticed just how spiky it made the nails for these gloves. You took the full force of that destructive beam, yet there you stand. Somewhat singed, but apparently unharmed. I pondered and puzzled over the inexplicable fortitude of yours, and feel compelled to ask. Are you an alien? Ah ha ha! A fine jest, but I assure you, I am without a doubt an Uldan-born Manderville of terrestrial Hurrian stock. He's Hildebrand, agent of inquiry and inspector extraordinaire. What more do you need to know? Where to even begin, but... never mind. We have more pressing matters. Such as locating Master Poo's missing comrade. This time we reopened the case of the silent correspondent. Yes, exactly. And I have a firm theory to who it was that took the wreckage and the erstwhile pilot. The Sharlians! I'm all but certain they've allied with this insidious extraterrestrials. Means they'll be under orders to remove any evidence of alien activity. I wager we'll find what we're looking for in Old Sharlian. We need only infiltrate their operations and expose this nefarious conspiracy. Yeah, the sooner fleet the star than attempt to subjugate it. While Master Delian's theories does lack supporting facts, we have no other promising leads to pursue at present. Moreover, I understand that Sharlians set standard for monitoring astronomical and astrological phenomena. Perhaps their experts have been tracking extraterrestrial movements. I've spoken out of turn. Please forgive my presumptuousness. Nay, my friend, I too sense our path points to the Isle of Archons. Pack your bags, everyone. We leave for Sharlian immediately. My voice is trying to pack it into there. But I'll not let it. We're getting this done. Or at least as much of it as we can. Bam, bam. Ooh. My guess is this is a pet. It'll be a miniature Brandyhild. Sharlian awaits. We need only charter a suitable sea vessel. Of course, but does not the city lie many days' sail to the north? Is there no swifter means of reaching our destination? So this experimental aetheroid will allow us to teleport thither even absent attunement? Splendid! We shall avail ourselves of the technological marvel forthwith. Right, I need to check out what this is. Marauder's Arm. Level 60? Ugh. Alright. Ooh. Sharlian. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-ba. Meow. So, this is a city of learning. A sophisticated gentleman should feel right at home. How are you not stomachs? Experimental Ethereites make travel exponentially more fun. Sometimes I feel as though I'm the only normal person in this group of eccentrics. But not the time to succumb to nausea. Here in the belly of the beast. Rumor has it the Sharlayan's secret agents travel the star in search of specimens, which they can collect and bring home in service of to a confidential research project. Said project is conducted in a huge underground military facility. But to find answers, that's where we need to look. Secret agents? You mean the Gleaners? I'm going to zoom in a bit because I can hear people like using an emote back there and it's... Oh my god. These Gleaner chaps sound like they might know a thing or two. I say we pay them a visit to their little underground base. Simply take a lift from the Hall of Artifice, yes? Then let us be on our way. Alright, let's go. Didn't even need to come up this far. Is this where I needed to go? Oh, that's pretty cool. $665. Jeez. It's like 35 above mine, and it's blue. Ah! These must be the lifts in question. You wish to descend into Labyrinthos, sir? My apologies, but each of your companions must also secure a proper permission before we can allow them entrance. If it's assurances you need, then surely a single glance is all you require to judge as trustworthy. I could certainly make some judgments, but that's neither here nor there. Admission to Labyrinthos is subject to foreign policy. You're the ones who should be judged. I know you're holding aliens and xenotechnology in that underground base of yours. Admit it. Xenotechnology? I sincerely have no idea what you're talking about. Oh! Yet again do our paths cross in most serendipitous fashion. Ah! Manderville Senior. Father? What brings you here? What brings you to Sharlayan? I'm in search of a certain object, one crucial to the continued refinement of Manderville weaponry. My investigations lead me to believe it's to be found here in Labyrinthos. And you also seem to have business down below. This is my son and his bosom companions. If I can vouch for their character, will you kindly allow them to board the lift? Ah, Master Godbert Manderville. The forum sent word of your impending arrival. As a member of the Syndicate, your ambassadorial status affords you and your entourage I can read. Affords you an entourage of up to 5 members. Pray consider their permissions arranged. I know not your current mission, but for the time being, I suggest you accompany me to the Archaean. You ain't allowed, weirdo. Now the worst part about this mount is you fly and you're just constantly looking at a... You just constantly have its butt in your face. From what my father tells me, the storage facility is replete with samples and specimens collected from every land on the Etheris. If anyone has information concerning the visiting aliens and crashed starships, it'll be these studious folks. A shiny silver saucer? I'm sorry, but we have no record of such an object, of any such object in our archives. May the whole lore impart. Also, you would have making word. Also, you would have us believe. The purpose of this complex, this military fortress, is plain. You cannot deny that you're conducting secret research on on alien spaceships. We're not conducting secret research on alien spaceships. Yes, we built a starfaring vessel in Thomazine, but that was neither for military purpose nor extraterrestrial origin. Disguising your foul lies with a sprinkling of truth, are we? Fine, I'll dig up the facts myself. Then everyone will hear what you're really up to. Well, I cannot assist you in your missing craft. I do recall seeing an individual of like appearance to your companion here. You do? Where was this, pray tell? At Mariol Agronomics, at the medial circuit. The lift at the back of the building will take you down there. Many thanks, my good man. Well, well, it seems you've found yourself a solid lead. I have my own search to attend to, so I shall bid you a good hunting and good day. Another round of in-depth inquiries by the Ancient of Enquiry. And friends is in order. To Medial Agronomics we go. Oh, we have a bunch of people to talk to here. Ah, you must be talking about one of our new Mandragora strains. We've whipped up a batch of bright blue stray onions. I'm afraid they've started to rot almost immediately. Not a mandra, you say? Well, the bluest thing I can think of around here is the grapes. Look how luscious the crop turned out. What they're doing? Oh god, he's got... I don't know if this is part of the Manderville question or not, but that's brilliant. Do not even consider fertilizing that, but my magnum opus. The description would lead me to believe you're looking for one of the Mandragoras hereabouts. If, as you say, it's something else you're after, then I'm not sure if I'd be of much help. I only just started working here, so you may have more luck asking the other hands. Thanks anyway. Not mean to click on them. Yes, the little blue man. Saw him with my own 2 eyes, I did. It was no Mandragora. A cleaner in the company of an outside visitor passed through a little while back. Nothing too unusual. This friend you described was scuttling along with him. I know not what purpose brought them to the farm, but whatever it was, it didn't tarry long. Move back far enough so that it's not like blocking anyone else. Wonderful! That corroborates information I but moments ago skillfully squirreled out of this farmer. She claims to be an acquaintance of the gleaner in question. In fact, she claims to be an acquaintance of the gleaner in question, in fact, and will bring him to talk with us shortly. Let's round up the others. We should all be present to hear what revelations this professional collector has to share. Other folk asking about the blue man yet? Oh, you've brought someone who's practically identical. You must be the same species, surely. My friend is really here then? They certainly were. If you've a moment or 3, I'll tell you the whole tale. To begin at the beginning, I was in Thavnar on a procurement mission when I crossed paths with an apothecary of unusual companion. As I mentioned, this companion was almost your twin in appearance. And the wagon they rode upon bore a damaged vessel, the likes of which I'd never seen before. Could it be? As a collector by trade, I have certain weakness for oddities, thus did I hail the apothecary to inquire as to the company in his cargo. The man was only too happy to share his story. He had, it seems, quite recklessly plunged into the war-torn lands of Garlemald to sell his wares. Reasoning that there was conflict... I missed that last bit. Reasoning that there was conflict, there would be a need for medicinal goods. The state of affairs was rather more volatile than he had anticipated, however. He was soon forced to abandon this venture. And so the apothecary began his long trek home. Only shortly thereafter discovering a strange silvery ship, and its shaken pilot crashed into a snowfield. Can it be coincidence? The story continues. After extricating the battered vessel and its occupant from the snow, he brought them home to Radzatan. His guest wished to make repairs on the craft, yet even amongst the wonders of the bazaar they struggled to find suitable parts. Hearing this, I suggested they bring the wreckage itself to Labyrinthos. After they agreed to the idea, I escorted them here myself. Alas, even the Thomasian engineers who worked on the Ark were stymied by the exotic ship, finding its technology impossible to comprehend, let alone replicate. The little blue fellow eventually resorted to drafting schematics. While the engineers followed these step by step to craft the essential bits and bobs, the apothecary and his companion were waiting here at Mediol. At Mediol. Then what happened? Well, once our industrious visitor had what he needed, they repaired the vessel in a twinkling. The pair then departed almost immediately, and I've seen neither hide nor hair of them since. I'm told the apothecary paid handsome sum for the engineer's services, but, being a typical Shallian, I wish they would happily have forfeited the coin to chance to pour over every ilm of that ship. Now, I'm no scientist, but I'm beginning to think that such an incredible vessel is some kind of starfaring craft. That little blue man, well, he must have been an alien from another world. Also, I'd like to believe. I'm an avid reader of the Thavnerian truth, you see. I love to entertain these idle flights of fancy. But I've rambled on too long. There are errands to attend, and I really must take my leave. Good fortune to you. Can it be true? I have a readership in Sharlayan? Perhaps I've misjudged these people. It would seem your comrade is hale and healthy, Master Poo-Poo, and in the company of a Harnish alchemist of undisclosed description. Yes, this is wonderful news. I'm grateful indeed that we've made the journey. I have a feeling that this case will soon draw to a close. Come, let us return to Radzatan and continue the search. Back to Radisham. To summarize our findings, we know Master Poo-Poo's friend is safe and in the company of Harnish gentlemen, and possibly here on this very isle. Oh, that does sound promising. I keep forgetting it might be you. Father, you've returned to the city. I trust this means your own investigation was successful. That it was. Although laying hands on the object of my desire has been a long and frustrating ordeal, to say the least. Much painstaking research revealed to me the existence of a hereditary Manderville relic, within which slumbers the secrets of weapon augmentation. Yet, though I turned our ancestral home upside down, I failed to unearth the artifact in question. The reason for its absence became clear when I chanced upon the journal of one of our forefathers. He wrote that a visiting scholar's keen interest on the relic, and how he thus surrendered it into the Sharlayan's safekeeping for study. The trail led me to Labyrinthos, as it turns out. The Sharlayans never did find time to conduct their analysis. The custodian and I found the curio tucked away in a dusty corner of the Archaean, still awaiting processing. And here it is, an oddity every bit as perplexing as Godbird's cipher-bound manual. Godbrand's cipher-bound manual. How are we to liberate its hidden wisdom? Oh, I can help you with that. These devices were made by the Mandervillians. A starfaring race from between once traded. Starfaring? Mandervillians? Yes, a highly evolved species with mastery of advanced technologies. Our people shared ideas and inventions. I'm quite familiar with your family's relic. So, if you so wish, I can have the device project whatever images were stored upon it. A darkened room would afford us the clearest view, however. Then let us retire to our rooms in Karma and dim the lanterns. We must behold these secrets in optimal conditions. Mandervillians. A coincidental naming, or is there some deeper connection? Everyone's on like chairs and everything. Everyone comfortable? Let's see what this device has for us. Alright then. I am Godbrand, wonder of the stars and weaponsmith extraordinaire. First Lord of House Manderville. This is the Godbrand, our founding father. I record this message that my descendants may know the truth of their cosmic origins. The tale is long, but I bid you watch until the very end. Heirs of mine, I am not a man born of this star, or even a man at all. I am of the Mandervillians, a race which hails from the far side of the great expanse. We go with the shadow picture show, okay. Mandervillians are parasitic symbiotes. We can only survive by bonding with other life forms. Once our essence has taken root, we supplant the host's mind and strengthen its physical structures, imbuing our new form with steel-like resistance. I knew something was alien about that impossible imperviousness. Then, through the conjoining of compatible host bodies, we produce offspring which harbour the next generation of Mandervillians. This symbiotic variation eventually takes to the stars in search of new potential vessels, adapting and multiplying. So it was with our race proliferated. Oh, so it was that our race proliferated and spread throughout the cosmos. Fascinating, Crow. Until, tragically, our flourishing civilization was brought to an abrupt end. Every planet upon which we Mandervillians resided was visited by an inexplicable calamity. Our societies were brought to ruin by life forms suddenly twisted into horrific nightmares. Oh. That sounds rather familiar. Even the stars far removed in time and space were ravaged by the final days. Desperately to avoid the same fate, our comrade and I boarded a ship and fled towards the Starry Night. Onwards into the Starry Night. We flew and flew until we found a planet, your planet, untouched by the phenomenon, but the rigors of the journey had so damaged our craft that we were forced to make an uncontrolled descent. Alone I crawled from the wreckage, badly injured and near death. As I resigned myself to perishing in this unfamiliar world, I was found by a man who had come looking for the fallen star. As a rule, Mandervillians do not take intelligent life forms for hosts. After hearing my story, however, this sympathetic gentleman offered to become my vessel of his own accord. He himself was afflicted by an incurable malady, and with little time left to live, seemed content to know that his ailing body could provide a safe haven for another. With his blessing, I set about transferring my essence. The man's form was revitalizing and purged of its fatal frailty, yet the mind which dwelled within was now my own. I went on to build a new home for myself here, making use of my people's technology to ply the blacksmith's trade. I wed a local lass, and together we had a child. Although not pure Mandervillian, our offspring exhibits the same enhanced physiology, a boon I suspect shall be passed down for generations through the bloodline of House Manderville. My dear descendants, the folk of this star are most fragile, yet, as the first man I encountered did demonstrate, they are nevertheless capable of surpassing love and generosity. As the last of the Mandervillians, I have but one request to make of you. Pray employ your superlative attributes, and my armory of Manderville armaments, for the benefit of these wonderful peoples, whom I hold in the highest regard. What an astounding development! I, Hildebrand Helidor Maximilian Manderville, shall heed the passionate plea of my illustrious forebear. No case too big, nor too small, should be in service to my fellow man. Once he's descended from an extraterrestrial being, it is business as usual. But wait a minute. Why is Lady Julian so monstrously strong? Is she a descendant of aliens too? Well, well, this is most unexpected. Never did it cross my mind that our esteemed ancestor might hail from beyond the heavens. I do wonder if that self-same blood still runs thick in our veins. The family tree I glanced over some years ago suggests that... but it is unimportant. My present purpose remains unchanged. I will bring our Manderville weaponry to the peak of perfection, for Godbrand, and for the good of the star. But I forget. I have a gift for you. Pray with me at the Aetheryte Plaza. I shall bring it to you forthwith. Ooh. Maybe it's not a miniature Manderville, Brandyhild. Maybe it is something other. Oh. Wait for him to spawn in as Delian. Some truths can shatter the foundation of our beliefs when brought to light. But I have to say, this wasn't one of them. The most staggering discovery was that I have devoted readers in Sharlayan. Those who peruse my publications are allies against the ever-expanding webs of lies and deception, without exception. I have misjudged the Sharlayan people. They're not collaborators or architects of conspiracy, but they are but seekers of knowledge, unafraid to plumb the depths of the unknown. That Master Poo-Poo, though, that one still has ulterior motives. I bet my life on it. Stand ready, for we shall have need of your strength when he shows his true colors. I hope you've not been waiting long. This is a gift I mentioned. Master Pooper's earnest quest inspired me to indulge in a spot of clockwork craftsmanship between weaponsmithing sessions. I thought of it only fitting that you would be the one to take care of this diminutive simulacrum. Consider it a memento of your adventures together. Oh, okay. Ah, and as for a Manderville weaponry project, I believe my ancestor's artifact has unlocked the door to the next stage of improvements. Should you find time to offer your assistance, announce yourself to Master Geralt, and I shall endeavour to join you with utmost clarity. Celerity? Celerity. Until then, my dear, character name. Meanwhile, elsewhere in Thavna. Huh? Lord Van Hoodie. Come with ill tidings. Professor Luguet set an ambush for his nemesis. Was once more defeated. His current whereabouts are unclear. That blithering dolt. Why is he just creating a bunch of clones? No matter. Preparations are well underway. The manifestation will proceed as planned. I don't understand. I don't understand what he's going for. I was going to try and turn off the thingy, but I didn't get it in time. Right. That means we have another quest up there now. Now, if it continues the course that it's been on, like, buy 3 things, then you can upgrade it. I think we can afford 2. So the rest of the stream might just be earning enough stuff to get the 3rd. Undertaker's Black Mage. Wah. Oh, it's you. Oh, is that bespectacled fop did mention it? Some new kind of breakthrough need to round up the usual suspects. I shall inform his lordship of your arrival. Welcome, welcome. I do hope you are prepared for another spot of modest labour, for I have plucked a new weaponsmithing secret from the depths of my family's extraordinary heirloom. As for why Godbrand abandoned his ciphered journals, it would seem he desired the greater security afforded by the relic's recording apparatus. That he so feared this knowledge falling into the wicked hands bespeaks the destructive potential of what he seeks to create. Speaking of which, this stage of augmentation will require a fundamental alteration to the weapon's design. Godbrand understood that individual wielders have different needs and preferences, and thus conceived of a method to modify each armament's baseline qualities. Substantial to the process is a new type of oil known as Manderville. Fair enough. By subtly adjusting the precise ratio of ingredients of the coating, we can influence the path of ethereal conductivity as we see fit. More oil. The oil's chief ingredient is, once again, derived from the meteorite. Specifically, a chondrite with amplifying properties. So many out-of-this-world materials. It is but unsurprising now that we know the alien origin of Godbrand's weaponsmithing techniques. The origin, you say? Little wonder I weren't familiar with them. As has become customary, I shall prepare the bulk of the necessary resources, whilst you procure our supply of chondrite. Oh, aye. And a blooming lovely custom that is. Many a means. I reckon you could buy a mountain of them space rocks as well. And I will gladly do so, except the merchant in question will accept naught less than a specific type of tonestone in trade. As much as it pains me to impose upon you further, he is the best equipped to handle that onerous task. These improvements call for drastic reforging, and it is your expertise that shall see us succeed or fail as well, Master Geralt. Fine, fine, I'll shut me gob and do as I'm told. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm getting the distinct impression you've lost interest in this project. You bloomin' think? Look, I took this job to pay off my drinking debts. Now that I managed that, I've got no desire to keep working for an underdressed, overpimped, pretentious butt. I see. Admittedly, even from the beginning, your distaste for me was rather poorly concealed, and I fear such festering antagonism would adversely affect our smithing endeavours. Yes, let's resolve our differences over a flagon of fine spirits, or several as circumstances dictate. All at my expense, of course. Free liquor, is it? Then you'd best be bringing your blowing purse. You must join us. If you'll be so kind as to secure a table at the Mehan. I shall be along in short order. The hammering continues. To middies. That's a nice outfit. Ah, there it is. Ah, it's looking at me. Oh, a splendid night for spiritual beverages. Sure about this, then, eh? Have a mighty thirst and I'll not be slated by the cheap stuff. What of you? You'll be following Master Geralt's fine example? I might have one or two. Very well. And I shall order us all the same to start. I've got a feeling that they're going to order something ungodly strong. Your beverages, Lord Godbert. Enjoy. Your health, my comrades, my friends. I can read. Fella. Right. No point beating around the bush. I've had you got sent for a long while now. Ah. So even my insides offended you. And why might that be? Because for a proper Eisen, devoted to your craft ought to be your #1 priority. But you're off founding the consortium or building some fool's playground, fleecing the masses. You're a merchant, that's what you are. You believe my devotion is insufficient then? Yet our works require not only the sweat of our brow, but capital to cover expenses, no? Thus, does not a steady revenue facilitate the creative process? In that respect, my business ventures have allowed me to indulge in goldsmithing projects I could never have otherwise afforded. It's not true that you craft kettles as a means to repay loans or simply to make ends meet. Would not a substantial source of wealth spare you such tedious drudgery and empower you to pursue your heart's desire? Booze. We're gonna need more booze over here. Oh god, they're shaking that again. I'm pretty sure I've seen something where they just start shaking like mad. Oh really? Soured me. It was when you sat your butt on the syndicate. How can you craft all worthwhile with your head buried in political crap? You may be surprised my participation in Ulda's governance opened my eyes to a different world, which in turn guided great inspiration. Which in turn provided great inspiration for several original pieces. Well, you can keep your bleeding inspiration. Oh, nothing to do with prissy rule makers of your ilk. That much, oh god. You and your blooming reasonable arguments. Don't think I got a clue his life a poor like me. What have you got against wearing clothes anyway? You're more alike than you realise, Master Geralt. Especially when it comes to simplicity of our attire. Oh my god. Aye, so clear now. You're the master craftsman. I'm a solid failure. A failure. Oh god, no. Marina, how do you... Sorry, excuse for us, me, this. All of us. Seems to be mistaking you for someone else. Perhaps you could offer him a kind word. You're a snivelling disgrace to your profession. Your craftsmanship is flawless. That means a lot coming from you. Thanks. Right. Don't whipping into me cups, I'll fix up them weapons and hell's with the money. Do it for your own damn sense of pride. Jesus. The props to him is making it. Slowly, but he's making it. Would seem Master Geralt has overcome his aversion to our partnership. Splendid! Although I never would have guessed carrot juice would be so intoxicating. I was concerned for our good smith's health, you see. I admittedly swapped the spirits for something less potent several rounds ago. My hand's liquors are sublime. But too much can wreak havoc on a man's constitution. That guy's still over at there, mixing his drinks. There was a time when I, too, devoted every waking moment to my craft. But alas, a mercantile empire comes with its own responsibilities. Military woes notwithstanding, I do envy Master Geralt his purity of purpose. And on that note, let's return to our appointed acquisitions. We shall require 3 chunks of aforementioned chondrite. As soon as you are able. Right. So if we head back to the thing. Sorry, no, the thing is really descriptive. If we head back to the Aetheryte Plaza, that's the word I was looking for, ha ha ha, we should be able to purchase them from this person here. So, amplifying the chondrite, we can buy 2, and for the third one, right, so what can we get? We can get 120, 220, 280, 380, 500. Lovely. Right, so I guess we start going for Alliance Raid and we'll just work his way up. Actually, withdraw is that. We'll go something I'm a little bit more comfortable on. You know what, we'll go as bad. I recently picked up a bunch of bad items, so, you know. Might as well get some use out of them. Actually, now I'm thinking of it. Whilst we're queuing anywhere, can we sell this? Kinda. Oh, is it 2? Yeah. plan for that. Anyone want a bread basket? Not really. Okay, cool. Actually, whilst I'm here, I can get rid of those rings as well. Got some trinkets. Right. Hey, what? Do I actually need anything on this side of things? That's aiming. That's an improvement. That's unique. Okay. So I grab that. Grab that. Actually, am I missing anything else from slaying? No, it's just one slaying, two fending. Okay. Ah, I'll click it in a sec. Ah. Anywhere from 50 to 80. Let's see where we land. Wait a sec, it's Tuesday. Crap. Ah, it'll be fine. I forgot to grab my book from Idelstra, that's all. I read that person's name as Toyota. Ay ay ay. Ooh, Circus Tower. Nice and easy one. They're kind of missing clothes. I'm probably going to put them on soon. It's just so you can ensure that you get the lower ones. You like equip lower gear, or in some cases, just remove your gear. Oh. Bam bam. Ba 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 ba. Might as well get those triggered as well. Also, just so you know, if this does turn out to be on the thing, I'm going to be a little bit upset. Now that this person here, I'm sure I've seen that name before. Considering they're on this server, that doesn't surprise me. I just don't remember where I've seen them before. People constantly using Peloton. Trying to let them get too far away because then they still got the buff. Right. Try and draw this around them. Ay ay ay. That was a little bit awkward when you see someone that doesn't know what they're doing with the mechanics. Oh well, hopefully we don't need it. Into the puddle for posterity. Ba bam ba 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 bam bam ba ba. Well, luckily it looks like we didn't actually need all three running in. What is it actually for? Yeah, part of me really wants to get that hat, but part of me really doesn't. It's a shame this is level 50 because the dancers don't get dance pattern until 60. Pretty sure we get poetics for doing these bosses. The unfortunate thing is, this isn't the character I need the poetics on. So I'm getting... I'm working on the Heavensward relic weapon for Black Mage. And at the moment, I just need to get unidentified ore, bones, maybe seeds. just a little bit rough. Rebuff that. Rebuff that. Ba 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 ba. Yeah, I still have no idea what the actual mechanics are for this boss fight. Haven't the foggiest. I know that it has mechanics, I've just never seen a group do them. Ba, 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 ba. Ba-da-ba-ba, ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba, ba-da-da-ba-da-da-ba, ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. What do we get at 56? It'd have been so much better at level 60. I mean, I'd probably still forget to press my buttons, but I would have more buttons I could forget. Meow. I believe next up is Amon. Sorry, I can't hear the name Amon without thinking of Legacy of the Void. I believe one spawn point's here, one spawn point's there, one spawn point's here. So if I plant myself close to one of them, should be able to get these sorted as soon as. Wrong one. There we go. Be sure to keep some active, because we'll need them to survive. Yep, hide. Hide, because your lives depend on it. Oh. I think I rescued and ran back in. Oh, that was great. Oh, that was a perfectly timed rescue. Oh, that was beautiful. Never shall I see something grow. Alright, I guess we're going straight away. Because again, we've got people that can't wait. A bunch of items today, aren't there? Right, it should be stars now. Yeah, I was always like really confused as to why it's called Quagga. But it makes sense if you think about the like spell naming convention in like Final Fantasy games. Because you'd have like Fire, Fyra, Fyraga, Blizzard. I don't remember what the middle one was called, but Blizzaga. You got Quake, Quaker, and Quagga. We'll give you the commendation, why not? Why not? Don't need you, don't need you, don't need you, don't need you. I'll read on these, why not? I don't think I'll ever use that. Okay, so that's a little bit towards it. Right, I need to go to Idlesha, there it is. Receive a new journal. Good news, it wasn't on there. Oh, I've got loads of nice ones. Lovely. Oh, happy with that. Alright, so next up is main scenario. What level brackets do we have actually? Beautiful. 50, 60, 81, 29, 90. Okay. So assuming we get the dungeon on this one, that's that one sorted. These ones can all be sorted easily solo. Although this one have to be more on the ball. Maybe level 51, but it hurts. That's easy enough to do solo. That's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Seven, I can do like 1 to 10. And 8, 9. If I can be bothered doing the 90 dungeon. Bam bam ba da ba 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 bam ba bam. Bam ba ba da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 da. To be fair, I think if we get level 90 dungeon, you get the tombstones for... No! Looks like I'm going to have to queue for a specific... Gonna have to specifically queue for a level 50 dungeon for my book. Nothing major, just sad. Ba 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 da ba 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 ba. Ba ba ba. Oops. I tend to let those drop far too often. Ba 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 ba. I don't know if that was aimed at me or the monk. No, my debuffs. My debuffs are going to wear off. Ba 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 ba. It's fine because it's party wide anywhere. And I'll do a ring, which you've got to stay out of, otherwise it'll knock you into the middle and do a bit of damage. You just need to watch for where Garuga spawns in. Garuda, not Garuga. For one is a poisonous bird, the other is a primal. It's just that, like, no thoughts, head empty. Rebuff that. Rebuff that. Yes, yes it can.
It is the blessing of light that confounds you. Your foe acts under the protection of the crystal he bears. So, this is what empowers him. Beyond mortal limits. If you are to prevail, the hammer of darkness must needs be brought to bear upon the shield of light.
Ooh.
So it shall, for the ultimate weapon is host to a power of which you are as yet ignorant. Speak plainly, the heart of Sabik. It is the weapon's core, an enigma whose surface even the vaunted scholars of ancient Alag failed to scratch. The magic within has lain dormant for eons. Of what magic do you speak?
A spell without parallel. Ultima.
Without parallel. Ultima.
Ultima.
I sought the life force of the primals for no other reason but to quicken
From the deepest pits of the seven hells to the peak of the
lies within.
to the pinnacle of the heavens. Unleash Ultima. Such devastation.
The hour is at hand. Behold but a sliver of my god's power. And from the deepest pit of the seven hells to the very pinnacle of the heavens, the world shall tremble. Unleash Ultima!
Such devastation! This was not my intention!
Oh, Heidelin, it seems the task of keeping your champion alive has exhausted what strength you had left. Is broken. The rest I leave to you.
We will speak later, Ascian. But first, I must deal with you. The question of who is mightier remains. Come, adventurer. Let us find the answer together.
It's a really funky relic that they've got there. I kind of expected the last one to aim at me then, not gonna lie. Buff that. Rebuff that. Give him the old razzle dazzle. That was scary. I must have just stood in the perfect spot then. To reconnect. Huh. Still dead? Is this working? Oh, wrong character. Right, I don't know if it's like alive or if it's lying to me or what. I reckon that group is probably fine. Oh my god. Apparently my internet just had a hiccup. So hopefully we'll rejoin mid-fight and actually see the end of the fight. I get like most of the way through casting Ultima and we get Limit Break 3 access, which I believe the monk should be using. You can have that. That was unfortunate. But we got back in, so it's all good. Right. That's 60, that's 100. 20. Well. Oh. How many do I actually have again? 237. Right. Yeah, I'll just do that, it'll be fine. 280 should be a good number. Oh god, please don't be something nasty. I'm dreading it being like more closer to current content stuff. Oh, Leviathan, that's fine. Maybe. Maybe not, who knows. I love this, I love the music for the intro to Leviathan. a horrific laugh at all. Right, in this phase we don't need to worry too much. Because we still have his barriers up. Ow. I need to hit this one? Yep, I need to hit this one. I can't even target it. There we go. That's nice. On extremely loser barriers. On hard you don't, it seems. Ba 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 da ba da ba da ba da ba wa ba da ba da ba da ba da ba wa. That works. Accommodation. Give it to you. We'll go for leveling. It's pretty much the same all the way through, so I don't really mind what I get for leveling ruler. I might swap over to like Dragoon or Samurai for the for this one. Probably Samurai. I like Samurai. Maybe Black Mage. Maybe I'll do Black Mage for that one. That's why it was okay, okay. That's fine. I was just thinking, are these two 100, in which case I'd need to do another one on top of it. But no, that's 120, so we're all good. Speaking of, I should be running Reddish Ham. My lally-ho. Lally-ho! Now we head over to Reddish Ham. Ah! Nice, nice. Congrats. Oh wait, we literally just need to wait over here. Ah, you got that easy. Oh god. I'm glad I'm not this healer, because tanks that do this really scare me. I am genuinely concerned about how much they've aggroed. And I feel like we may be about to die. And looking at the enemy health, it seems my fears were unfounded. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Go for one of those. Ouch. Though with this, I'm never sure when it does its charge mechanic whether you're supposed to try and run up closer to it or further away from it. Looking at that, I'm guessing further. I mistimed that. Oh well. I'll just keep my distance from him, it'll be fine. It's odd. Spam the buttons and everything's fine. That works. Well, those look fancy. They are fancy. Probably why they look fancy. problem with me playing Bard is I don't usually play Bard, so I tend to lose where I left some of my abilities. The present one in question was May Interrupt, which is Control 8. Oh. Did not even need to use that. You know what, I'm going to swap these two over. This one's basically just a, do you know how to mechanics? Now's where things start getting awkward, because I'm not especially great at a lot of this. Oh god. Oh fudge. Oh, that's not good. That is not good at all. Well, I'm probably dead. Perfectly fine. Wonderful. How are y'all doing anyways? Y'all doing good? What? Constantly just like, oh no, not quite, not quite, not quite. There we go. Sorted. Reroll everything, it's fine. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Yeah, almost got me with that then. Almost. There we go, sword. We'll give it to tank, why not? Read on those as well. Once then we can get out of here. There should be 103 short now. We are wonderful. For that. For this one. What should do this as? Yeah, we'll do it as samurai. Ba, 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 ba. This will be the first time I've done a stream with Manderville stuff and actually being able to get the weapon the same day. Bam 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 ba 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 bam bam ba ba. That is a shiny sword. I like that sword. They'll be like, it's pronounced sword. Like, yes, I know. That's why I say sword. Comanche! Nice. Let's go! Oh, but limited to level 50, I'm an idiot. I don't have tank stance on. Oh wait, did I? No, they do, never mind. Wait till they're all grouped up. So we can give them some of that and some of this. Hiya! In you go. This is just a really weird room because the traps don't seem to be like blocking anything. They're just in there for like seemingly no reason. Like, we got a few spike traps we need to use. Just put them all in one room, it'll be fine. Well, that's not ideal. May as well dump it around about the same spot. That's not ideal. Clearly I misunderstood that mechanic. Heroes, now pass. They're not worth the click to hand in. razzle dazzle. As is tradition. And it's really weird that I would get this dungeon, because I was just thinking like the other day when I was running through it for my book. Oh no, I wasn't running through it for the book, I was running through it to try and get hold of the like antiquated bits for the relic armor. Bad time to turn around, friend. Ah! Get off of me! Why, the first thing to come to mind is, ah yes, I see you know your judo well. Ba 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 da da ba ba. Right, don't need that, we don't need that. I think the part that I need is the chest piece for the Dragoon set. But I don't quite remember if I actually managed to sort it. There it is. Boing. I'll be completely honest, I don't remember what to do for the last boss. Because the last times I've been going through here, I've been going through like at max level and just slapping things. Can I click on it? There we go. Manderville. Let's just wait on the tank. Looks like I'm rushing this way. Otherwise I'm not going to be doing damage that I need to be doing. My god, can you not? Give that 2. Pass on that. And leave. Right, I don't remember if that was we can afford it now or if we needed to do another one after that. No, that should be we can afford it now. Black Mage. Hello, yes, 1 rock please. Thank you. Wait a second. Do I have something I can swap it out with? Yes, I do. Wonderful. Alright, Fira. My day's alright. How's yours going? Ah, here the furnace has me sobered up. Got them special rocks on. There you go, mate. From my pocket to your hand. I reckon that's enough. But one thing that's been bothering me. It's Marina alright out of my hand. I'd rather remember. Forget it. Get his lordship out of here before I lose my will to forge. Now for the finishing touch. The max oh my god, why am I struggling so much? Manderville oil. There we go. Before we can finalize the mixture, however, I must tell you how you wish your weapon to serve you in battle. The ratio of the coating's ingredients will greatly influence the armament's various qualities, so think carefully ere you give your answer. I guess adjust. Wait, what? Really? Oh well. bump up direct hit, bump up crit, and we'll bump up a little bit of spell speed. Understood. Your wishes are command. That's pretty cool that it lets you do that. Mate, that looks beautiful. And 'tis done. Beholding the results of undying devotion to crafting excellence. A majestic Manderville staff. Right, I need to print screen. I hope I got that on like my actual weapon and not on this. Had you not so bravely confessed your grievances that evening, I dare say this degree of collaborative work would have remained unattainable. Aye, well, my memory's just might fuzzy on that score. I'll take my victories where I can get them. As always, should you wish to enhance other Manderville weapons in your possession, you need only say the word. My diligent retainer is at your service. Lord Goldbert, though it shames me to admit the expertise necessary to manufacture the Maxilla Manderville oil is beyond my limited alchemical knowledge. Don't look at me. I could mix magic potions that grown me hair back long ago. Oh, I'm aware it would prove an insurmountable feat for you as well, which is why I've employed a master alchemist. Only odd taste in clothes, but at least he's wearing some. A newest addition to House Manderville retinue will assist you further in augmentations and oversee preparations of the oil. It will also be available to readjust your weapon's properties should you bring him a healthy quantity of a chondrite. That is a long time to wait for a spawn. This has been a monumental step forward, my friends. Yet one stage remains, ere the Manderville weaponry's evolution can be considered complete. I knew you were leading up to that. Let me guess, we'd sit here in breathless, blooming anticipation as I sort out what comes next. Precisely. Preparing the process is like being one lengthy endeavour. So I do suggest you continue breathing. The final steps upon us. Pray indulge this ambition of mine one last time. Right, now let's see if I actually got the right print screen. I got it. And that's just explaining how you can obtain another. Jesus Christ. Right, and that's it for these. Look at that staff, that is beautiful. Now I'll try that again, I'll start from this side to go that way. Side shot. Right. Just wanted to get those print screens sorted. That looks fancy. If the samurai weapon looks like that, I will be very happy and probably go back to playing samurai. Because it's substantially an easier rotation than Black Mage. I'll be honest, that's all I really had planned for today. So I might just end stream here, so thank you very much for watching. I shall catch you next time.